Okay, so far what we have for our project, originally we were going to do a Google Slides about Chernobyl, the Chernobyl disaster. Um, right now we are still in the process of figuring out exactly what we would like to do, but we do have at least nearby content. So Zach will be doing history, I will be doing government, Mike will be doing biology, and then Nima will be doing the economic effects. So, for our idea, I was thinking we could possibly use this video, which does explain the Chernobyl disaster, possibly as a preface. And one of the reasons why I like this video, because for content, it's great way to introduce it and also to explain all of the effects in general. And also, too, I was thinking, especially for students with different disabilities or different ability groups, sometimes they need to hear it from a different instructor, and providing the visuals also helps make sense too. I just muted the video so that way I could be able to speak, but I also added the subtitles too for students who are hard of hearing, so they can still follow along. At the moment too, I'm also trying to figure out how to do a Google template, and what we'll probably end up doing is we each do our own individual parts, and then I'll upload the Google template so we can just paste it on together too. Other than that, we should be hopefully on target, and we might be able to finish the project shortly. As for research, what I've been kind of doing is looking into background information. So this video does for sure help, but I also wanted to look at other things. So, for example, I want to look up the Chernobyl government at the time of the Chernobyl disaster. And I wanted to see what was like local government response, the USSR's response, America's response, and also to the international community as a whole, especially with UN involved. And one of the things I would like to do too is talking about, well, what was the response back then, and then what are they doing now? Since the previous video does mention how Chernobyl is now basically a little tourist niche where international tourists from all around the world will actually go over there and like tour Chernobyl in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Here, I'll just go ahead and fast forward to that part where it mentions it. And then it says most residents live about 19 miles away from the Chernobyl exclusion zone, so that way they be safe from radiation poisoning. But I find it very fascinating that now it's actually like a tourist site. And then wild animals are currently living in the city, and I wonder what effects does that have on their health, since a lot of these animals, they might have some sort of radiation poisoning. But other than that, hopefully we'll be able to get this done by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. We'll see how things go from there on out, and I'm excited about this since this is a really interesting project.